So I can imagine Felipe Sousa Rodriguez, that you were living with Juan at the time in Little Havana. And he comes to you with this idea of a trail of dreams. And I can imagine, I don't know, how did you respond to this really crazy idea?
I said, "Are you crazy?" It was actually really funny because I was in the house studying for my psychology test, right? So I am like an overachiever. I'm a nerd. You know, in the spirit of coming out, I am a nerd. I'm also undocumented and unafraid and queer and unashamed. But, you know, so Juan comes inside the room and he's like, "Felipe, let's walk." And I'm like, "Walk where?" I mean, I'm used to walking. I don't have a license, right? So he was like, no, Felipe, let's walk to Washington, D.C. And I was like, "What do you mean, Washington, D.C.? And then he was like, "No, let's go." And he put on his shoes and started walking. So I kept calling him. And then when he finally picked up the phone, I said, "Hey, Juan, why don't we do it on January 1st of 2010? And then he was like, "Tell me more," kind of like, you know, attitude. And then I said, that will be the new decade. That's the first day of a new decade. And we get to tell our own stories. So then we made like this list of 20 people, you know, that we thought that we should reach out to, right? Because we felt like we are here because of members of our community that helped us, that build our leadership. So let's invite all of them to be part of this. And I called Gabby, you know, and Gabby thought I was just depressed, so she just showed up in my house like this. So, and then when I told her, I was like, "Gabby, let's walk to DC." She was like, "Okay." And I was like, "What do you mean? Do you need more time to think?" "Nope, let's go." And then we called Carlos, and Carlos also said, you know, that he wanted to join. And we called the people that couldn't go at the moment for personal reasons, but they still helped to plan the logistics. They made sure that we had water, food. They made sure that we had a house. They made sure that we were alive. So this was definitely a group effort.
Wow, thank you. I have to tell you,